I'm Debbie Hartner. I'm Elsie Johnson. And we are two sisters, Southern Cooking.
Hey guys, it's Debbie. So today is the day that we're going to start making fall desserts, as well as meatloaf and other things that you fix in the fall. So we're going to make butterscotch pie, and I got a package of the Biscoff cookies, and I'm going to pour into this bowl here. Now I crushed these up by hand. I took the meat tenderizer mallet and crush them. You can use a food processor, you can use a rolling pin, whatever you want. So I used a mallet to crush them up. I'm telling you, this smells like ginger snaps. It smells so good. So I take in 6 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to mix it together, and then I'm going to put it in my glass pie plate. And then we're going to put it in the oven about 12 minutes at 350. I'm going to make it mix it all together and make it a little soggy here. And then we're going to put it in there. Then we'll start making our butterscotch from scratch. And all this recipe is going to knock your socks off. So good. So this is what you do. You take your little measuring cup and push it down. Now just be careful because this stuff is sticky and it's going to come up with your cup. So you gotta try to smooth it out the best you can. So once it's smoothed out, then we'll come back and I'll show you how it looks, and then we'll put it in the oven, we'll bake it, and gonna have a delicious butterscotch pie with Biscoff cookies for our crust. So we're going to start our butterscotch pie mix. So we have our little single burner right here, which is very hot, even though it's on medium to low. I'm going to go ahead and pour in a 1/4 cup of water and pour in our sugar. Okay guys, so our sugar is now pretty well melted into the water, and we're going to just let this continue to simmer for about 10 minutes. We're going to stir occasionally. Mostly we're going to just rotate our pan a little bit like this here, just so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And we're just going to let it continue to cook. And then we'll start adding in our other ingredients. So the glaze on this here is pretty thickened now compared to what it was when we started. So it's nice and thick now. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take this off. And I'm going to go ahead and pour in my heavy cream. And we'll go ahead and mix that together. We'll set it aside. And then we'll start working on our dry ingredients. So this will thicken up a little bit more while it's set aside. All right, so what I'm going to do, this is medium to high heat, so I'm going to go ahead and put in my dry ingredients now. Stir that around in the pot. Get everything all separated and everything ready to go, and then I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of milk. Just going to mix this together a little bit here. Get it ready, because I'm going to go grab my whisk and then I'll start whisking this to keep it nice and liquid form here as it builds. There's nothing that smells better than fall baking. This is a butterscotch pie. This is going to be so delicious. It has to sit up for 6 hours, so that's why we started on it the first thing in the morning, because we wanted to make sure that it was nice and set up for dinner. Biscoff cookie crumb pie crust is now cooling. It's out of the oven and it smells divine. Oh my gosh. I wish you guys this could be smell-o-vision, because this house is smelling so yummy. It actually smells like a holiday. It smells like Christmas or Thanksgiving. It just smells so good. I'll be back when we're ready to add in the rest of our ingredients. Be stirring frequently on this because you don't want your cornstarch and your brown sugar to clump. But I was pretty fortunate that I started whisking it right away. Now you can also put this through a sieve so you don't have to worry about the clumps if you end up with any clumps in here. Because trust me, once we do the eggs, there's a possibility that we may end up with clumps, because you know how that happens. The tempering of the eggs can cause like a scrambling effect, and we don't want to cause that to be an issue. So it's almost to the point to where we need to get ready to pour it into this other mixture, let it sit and cool. Then we're gonna take a couple scoops with our measuring cup and put it, some eggs in there, and then we're gonna temper our eggs. Go ahead, pour that in here. Okay, so we're going to set this aside for just a second, and we're going to take in, we're going to put a little bit of our mixture into our eggs. It's a good way to get a good arm workout. So what the reason for this is you want to be able to bring the temperature of the eggs up, and you want to do it slowly because you don't want it to start cooking the eggs and making it scramble. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pour my tempered eggs back in here. And we're going to continue to let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on medium to high. Continue whisking. So we are done with our butterscotch pie mix, and I'm going to go ahead and strain it just so we have a silky smooth texture. And then we are going to put it in our refrigerator for 6 hours, and we're going to cover it up with a plastic wrap and then just cover it up for 6 hours. And that's what it looks like. It smells heavenly. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision here. You would love it.
Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
With Two Sisters Southern Cooking.
We thank you for visiting our page.